Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Zach. This is a new channel called Hard Out Garage that I'm throwing up just to kind of show off my spicy builds I got going. Currently working on my 1973 Ford Mustang. I've had it for, God, how long have I had this car? I can't do math, but I think I've had it for about 6 years. 6 years? 6 years. Nope, 8 years. God, numbers and stuff, man. As you can tell, I'm working in a tiny garage, but hey, I mean, got to start somewhere, I guess. I got this car from my uncle. He bought this car in 1996 at an auction for like $400. He drove it for a little while, ended up parking it in my grandma's barn because of a brake failure, which he at the time just didn't have a whole lot of time to work on cars and such. And so he gave me the car at 14 years old. I had been wanting something to tinker with and learn how to work on cars with. And so that's where this came into play. I'll put all over like a video of the first time this thing was sitting in a barn. Whenever I got the car, it had a 302 two-barrel that someone had swapped in at some point. I have no idea when. Whenever my uncle bought this car, it had big 15 by 10 turbines on the back and, skinnies on the front, but it had this, just stock 302 with a two-barrel intake, which I have found out was swapped from the original. The original to this car was a 351 Cleveland two-barrel. It was a factory AC car. Of course, it doesn't have that anymore, as you can tell. I've just constantly built this car up, starting with my first engine build in high school auto tech. I built the 302 that was in the car. It had massive blow-by and leaked oil out of every orifice that the car had, and it just was a fun time. I learned a lot. Re-ringed it, honed cylinders, set valve seats, put new gaskets on everything, new oil pump, and I went ahead and went with a larger cam because I've always been one of those to constantly upgrade. It's never fast enough. So, first taste of having a performance-built engine, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. Learned a lot about ignition timing and carburetors and how all that stuff works. But later down the line, I go into college, and I ended up blowing up the 302 that was in the car. Didn't even mean to. I wasn't even racing it at the time. I was actually just driving it for a test drive for a U-joint I had put in the drive shaft, and the valve and the piston weren't too happy being separated, and so they got together and created just a fun old time in my engine. Bent the rod, snapped the rod off the wrist pin, and left me down with an engine. So I went out and found another 302 short block. Found some twisted wedge 170 trick flow heads. God, words are hard. I swear to God, this YouTube thing just ain't gonna be easy because 302 had a set of trick flow heads on it. A block intake, another comp cam. Engine ran great. I put a set of headers on it. That was my first taste of actually having something somewhat quick. But I don't know. I got frustrated with it. I wanted something bigger. I wanted more power. I was still learning a lot. This is only about 2 years ago when I started all this. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about all this stuff yet. I mean, I think I know enough to get me around. I learned a lot as I go. This engine in the car currently is a 351 Windsor that I just built, bored over 40, forged internals, rings gap for nitrous or boost, whichever is your fancy. Right now the car is being set up for nitrous. Same trick flow 170 twisted wedge heads, Edelbach reformer intake, and this lame excuse for a carburetor that I had to throw together. This is pretty spicy, I tell you what. But let me show you this right here. Yeah, it's got fancy float bowl and stuff on the front, huh? Yeah, this is what happens whenever you get mad at trying to tune a carburetor because you think you're stupid. So you take your nice fancy double bumper apart, put it in a box. Oh, you can't see that. Yeah, you take a nice fancy double bumper apart, put it in a box, and you put this free carburetor that you found in the back of a Bronco that you bought, which I no longer have. RIP that Bronco. Anyways, we need to put this carburetor back together. Take that carburetor off, take all the parts back on it, put this one back together. Because after figuring out how dumb I really was, the reason I swapped carburetors on it is because this car had a mean old bog. I mean, I'll tell you what. You put your foot down, car wouldn't go nowhere. It'd just fall on its face, and it was fun. I guess you can call that thing. It wasn't running real well. We'll put it at that. But talking to some guys, I thought it was a carburetor issue. Turns out that did y'all know y'all gotta like tighten down your rocker arms? Yeah, I had two rocker arms over on this side here. That said, screw you, I don't feel like doing my job today, which I feel that though. I do that on the daily. But anyways, so after tightening down the rocker arms and engine ran a whole lot better. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I turn wrenches. I don't know. It's a fancy Matco wrench. Don't. Okay. Anyways, I think I turn wrenches. I've done mostly all the work on this car from between what my dad has taught me, YouTube has taught me, and whatever else. So we're going to go on here and we're going to learn together because, like, it's just going to be a fun time. This car has a MSD 6AL-2 programmable. I program it with my computer. Timing is locked out at full timing at 34. Currently running 25 full timing. 14 initial. Don't quote me on that. I'm still tuning it. It's on a lazy tune just so I can get the car running right. Once I get everything finished, we can go in and fix everything. Currently in the middle of a serpentine belt swap on the car. You can tell by my great camera work and the grade A light that goes on my garage. It's a single light. Yeah, the car has become a shelf for the moment. It is freezing cold outside, and I didn't feel like letting the child's sandbox. I guess I should have. Is this gonna work? Hello? Okay. Anyways. Yeah, the car's being used as a shelf. Don't judge me right now. It'll come off. It hasn't been there very long. Like I said, this car has only been sitting here a year-ish since I bought the house. I have driven it since then, but not anything full like I wanted to. Back on the old 302, I took it to the drag strip. Was very disappointed in it. It ran a 14.2 at 92 miles an hour. And in the burnout box, I revved it too high, full center to the moon because, being nervous, first time at the drag strip, put it in first, gave her full send, and the custom-made power steering pump bracket that I had just been putting back on the car that someone had made back in, I don't know, the age of Boston and marijuana. I can't see that. The age of Boston and swapping engines in the front yard. I left that on there, which let the power steering pump to be real loose, and it's not bolted up right now, but it let the power steering pump over, and whenever it did that, through the water pump belt, lost my water pump when I was going down the drag strip. Car overheated, me being too dumb, could not figure out to stop and put water in the car, but you know, that happens. Something I just needed to watch out for. So currently in the middle of swapping the car over to serpentine belt just to get rid of all that. I sold it off of a early 90s Ford F100 or F-150. Took everything off, even the alternator bracket is a little bit heavier than, you know, your V-belt systems, and, you know, it's not as nice as your fancy ones online that just, you know, set up the alternator to be the tensioner. But, you know, hey, this will work. I have to finish making my custom bracket for the power steering pump, put the water pump pulley on, and then we'll measure for belt length. That's one project. The next project is the grade A eBay mini starter that's on this car. It's kaput. I'm pretty sure the gears are sheared off of the starter, and because it just sits there and half catches the thing, it's also whenever you buy an eBay starter and figure out that it's not for your flywheel. So that's always fun. You know, thanks for the description. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's two things I got to get done for now. So checklist. Next video, since this is just kind of a overview of this here channel, we're gonna put the other carburetor together for the Mustang. New starter on, bracket for the power steering pump and water pump pulley, and then we're gonna measure for belt length. Go up to the old Riley's and grab us a belt, see what we can get going there. Then we're going to take this thing out for its actual test drive, because I've driven it since I put this new engine in it, but it's been nothing but fun times, especially with my valve train fun. But then we'll go in here, clean up all my wiring, put new spark plug wires on it, and go from there. Start testing with it, and then move on to hopefully getting the nitrous set up before it gets warm and the track opens up. But as you can tell, it is not warm here. I'm freezing you can see my, nope, can't, okay, anyways. But it is freezing cold in here. Blanket of snow came over Texas last night. Fun stuff. That's why the garage door is closed, because I'm freezing my butt off. I ain't got no heater in here. But yeah, that's the story on the Mustang. But other mods that it's done to this car, it's got 370 rear gears with a mini spool, which leaks, but it works. It needs suspension work on the rear, so that's something we'll tackle at a later date. Right now it's got 15x8 US mag wheels on it, wrapped with Nitto NT 555Rs, 555Rs, tell you what. But yeah, it's got old school slapper bars. There, come on, get focused up. Okay, it's got old school slapper bars. That's about all it has for suspension. It still has the 70s. You're about to see some wild rust. I tell you what, this thing is just holy. But yeah, it's got the old school shackles on it. Leaf springs need to be redone on this car. They just need to be replaced. They're so worn out that I mean, shoot. Hey, you ever heard of the song "Fat Bottom Girls" by Queen? Yeah, it looks like one of those is riding on the back of my car. But it needs a new drive shaft made. I want one balanced and stuff. I'm having some weird vibration issues. Trans in this thing, it has a old school cast iron FMX transmission. FMX is just pre C6. It's a big heavy transmit. Well, it's not real big heavy, but it's heavy, the heaviest out of the Ford 3-speeds. But it has a 3000 stall in it. I don't even remember what brand is that. I don't even remember. It's on my roll card at work. All right. But yeah, the main focus of this channel is you're gonna watch me struggle. You're gonna watch me be an idiot with my limited amount of tools and whatnot. You know, my little garage. All right, my little toolbox over there. I got all my stuff over here. My fancy cabinet with all my stickers. Listen here, if your garage doesn't have stickers anymore, what are you doing? Like, come on now. My fancy artwork I got on the wall. Stole that from my work. But Yeah, it's an art gallery in here. You know, I'll tell you what. We got, just stuff everywhere. That's a 302 block down on the ground. Some old man sold me, telling me it was a 351. Took it apart and it just looked like you just left it out in a hurricane. It's fine. Full of rust. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun with this thing. Need to fix the little centerpiece in the thing, but it's a fun car. Should be fun. I also have a, I don't even know if I can show it outside. I'm not going to. It's freezing. I'm a skinny boy. Listen, us skinny boys just ain't built for this weather. Tell you what, you big old dad bod boys got it lucky. Us old skinny twigs just freeze off. So I'm just gonna stay in here and freeze my butt off in here. But I have an '05 Chevy 1500. It's a two-wheel drive with a 4.8. So far it's just got exhaust, headers, tune, all the fun stuff, 2-inch drop in the rear, but hopefully soon we can finish out the rest of the drop. There's another 2-inch drop for the rear. I'll have to take the bed off for that though, and then I need front lowering spindles. We'll get that on the way. Truck's got a massive lifter tape, so it needs a cam, of course. That's the only way to fix broken things, is to make it, faster. Duh. Come on now. But that we'll get to at a later date. That's just my daily driver. I don't know. I've kind of wanted to make it fun, but it is the way it is. Just gotta focus on one at a time. If y'all are interested too, I do play games on the computer. Yeah. Ooh, look at that car channel that plays games. Yeah, I don't know. I'll put my hand in it. I've played a lot of games in my lifetime. It's been a part of my life. What do you want to see me play? Anything from. I got a computer. I got an Xbox. Just send it. I don't know. We'll figure that out whenever it comes around. Also, gonna be doing work on my own house. My house was built in the 1950s, and most of it is original. Like hardwood floors, original. It's got a floor furnace. Gotta get rid of that. But there's a lot of reno that's got to go on the house, so need to get to work on that. If you want to see videos of that, go ahead. Me and my lovely woman, we'll get to work on that here soon, hopefully. And yeah. But anyways, thank y'all. Come again. Give me some tips in the comments as well. We'll see how this goes. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just kind of pretend. So I just do it. Just go out and do it. I'm like one of them Shia LaBeouf dudes. Anyways, y'all take it easy. Y'all have a good night. Good day. I don't know what time it is, so y'all have fun with it. See you later. Hey guys, what's going on? This is. How do I do this? You don't know how to do this? I don't know how to do this. Alright, here we go. Alright, anyways. What's going on, guys? I'm the really young. Neat. Alright, anyways. Hi guys. Got yawning. Hey guys, my name's Zach. This is a channel that I'm trying to start. Would you quit yawning? I swear to God. Okay. Anyways, what was I doing? Cars. All right. Anyways,